And I believe we are live. Everything is getting started now. I said at least 1 minute into this clip that we can start doing everything. Well, I want to talk about a few things tonight, just very short and brief. Um, as we know it, the world is changing forever. What we thought was freedom, what we thought was our own rights, are now being shown as, I guess, when when someone says that you're entitled to something, but it just turns out to be a luxury. It's how it feels about your own and personal rights, and that doesn't even make sense because that sounds like manipulation of because it is downright manipulation and gaslighting because we are the people, we are free, we do have rights. An American citizen can work for his family, put food on the table, and get a job. If America let him in, why can't he stay? I mean, if you are an American, you love America, you came to America to make money, you're making money for America, how can someone tell you that you're not an American, take you away from everything that you worked hard for? And I know some people are saying, well, people got money a month, people got this and that for being illegal, blah, blah, blah. What if the Sinaloa cartel or any other major strings of cartels were running your place, your place of living, your life, your lifestyle? What if all the cartels, had control of all your towns? What if everything that you did was through them? What if you couldn't leave unless you paid them a toll? I'm not asking questions. I'm simply stating things through questions because these are real things that happen. You could, these are, I mean, trust me, it gets a lot deeper when it comes to being involved, with Mexico because the whole story, the whole conversation on just whole immigration and everything is just, it's just, what's up, everybody? The whole story on like immigration and everything is it's just so complicated to even tread on because you got people coming here that want to be here, but then you got people coming here to escape a lifestyle that they were living in. You get what I'm saying? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Renan? What's up, everybody? And I think if you come to America and you want to be an American and you work hard, you do everything the right way. Everybody's free. Everybody's the same, right? Everybody's the same. Like no matter what you believe in, right? Like everybody is the same. Everybody's watching me. I believe we're all the same people. You get me? I don't think that's a hard or controversial thing to say, man. I think that's honestly based. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I mean, as I've been living in my car, man, me and my girl, I've learned a lot about how politics plays people that have the money, as being someone who has been less fortunate financially wise, I've noticed like, not having no money, not just being able to accessibly shower anytime you want to, man, like I noticed like how politics start making people follow a certain trend of people who have money, and then when you get dead broke, dude, you realize, man, that stuff doesn't really change you being dead broke. Like when you're dead broke and you really are at the bottom and you're trying hard, the things you see on TV, they do not change what's going on, man. They don't change anything what's going on at all. You sit there, you're like, oh man, what's on TV right now? You look on TV, you're like, oh man, what's happening? Oh, a new law. Okay, let's say sunglasses are banned from being on after midnight or whatever. Something dumb, right? Something dumb. Just some excuse, right? Just some dumb thing to say. Boom. Now, does that really affect anything? No, it doesn't affect anything at all. You're still alive. You're still living. You're still alive. That doesn't change anything. Life still moves on. You know what I'm saying? There are so many things that are, you get what I'm saying? There's so many things that affect your life, and I feel like whenever you're down at the bottom, man, you're down at the bottom, you're trying to get up to the top, sitting there watching TV and letting that stuff affect you, man, that stuff is stupid, honestly. Like, you gotta focus on getting what you got. Because if you ain't heading to the top when you're at the very bottom and you're sitting there watching TV, you're not focused on anything, what can you possibly do besides just wail in the present? No, don't wail in the present, dude. Like, stop watching TV and getting influenced, dude. Get up to it, right? Because, like, even right now, at this very moment, this is my very, very first time ever doing this podcast, everybody. This is my very first time ever I just decided, you know what? A dream, a microphone, a purpose, and a goal, right, dude? Like, anybody at the very bottom can get to it if you just believe. If you just believe in yourself, then why can you not get to it? Instead of just sitting there and watching everybody else get to it, wondering, damn, man. I'm sorry, I don't even want to like cuss. I don't know if damn's a bad word. This is my very first. I'm trying to keep it base, but I'm also trying to keep it cool for everybody that's watching that is under the age of 18. I don't really care right now at the moment because I'm just going to tell you guys how it is, right? Every raw, unfiltered, as far as YouTube's concerned, and everything is safe. My audience will enjoy the truth more than things being filtered out for propaganda's sake, right? So I'm not going to try to be light when I talk about certain things because honestly, dude, it's 2025. If you're not, the collective is all moving in a base way right now. If you're not thinking what you're thinking, I mean, look, everybody's focused on either immigration, lobbyist control, or food population, or so many blah, 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 right? But we got to get to the bottom of why we still care about what we look like. Now, what I mean by that is I'm not even talking about just racism, dude. No, that's conversation so overplayed. Let's keep it real. That conversation is so overplayed. I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about like when we sit there and talk about, oh man, we're all equal, we're all a community, we're all a society, everything is what it's at and what it's meant to be. People sit there and they still say, oh man, but man, this guy's grandfather is from this place and this guy's grandfather is from this place. Okay, let's stop wondering and worrying about where's everybody's grandfather's from, dude, because at this point in 2025 it's the poor versus the rich, and if you're not getting to that money, as they say in quotation marks, dude, then you're gonna get left behind in this society, as they say. So as it is the poor versus the rich, I don't think you should just sit in the present and be influenced by other means. You know, the best way of motivation is through inspiration, as they say. You know, so if you take anything from hearing anything tonight, I want you guys to realize following a dream isn't simply daydreaming about it over and over again and thinking about it and wanting it to happen. It is doing things in your power to manifest it physically, right? So and I know the big question that I'm going to get eventually soon is, how'd you end up living in your car, man? How in the hell are you homeless? You got a microphone set up. You seem to be doing a podcast. Everything is straight, right, man? No. We're going to get to all that real soon. And I understand it might be like a 25-minute story maybe, so I might try to chop it up to like a 5-minute conversation or talk about it briefly through pieces. But for what you can know is, if you get in the wrong situation, like if you're in a pickle, right, say man, female, whatever, you get with somebody, their family's very toxic, man, you put yourself, say you move away from where you live, right, you got yourself a whole setup. This is pretty much what happened to me. You got yourself a whole setup. You're trying to get to the top, man. Then you get with somebody, and they say their family's chill and everything. So you move in with them, their family's chill and everything. And out of nowhere, their family full on sabotages your relationship, your career, and everything you got going, man. And then eventually, it's just like it gets to the point to where they just like take it all. That happens. That happens. Here we go. I started a Q&A for you guys to ask questions if you want to. I think you guys can see the Q&A up at the top. So if you guys want to ask any questions, you can. You can go ahead. I think it works. If you guys can see that Q&A, can you let me know at the top, please? Because I'm new to this, and I'm just trying to figure out if everything is working the right way. We're going to do a story time very soon. I want to see what the vibes are talking about. We're gonna do story time. All right. We're gonna do a story time. All right. We're gonna do a story time. So this is pretty much a situation of like a start, pretty much of how the homelessness saga has begun with me, pretty much. As we're gonna say. So here we go, guys. Are you ready? So me and my girl, we were staying at her mom's for the longest time. We were sleeping in the was it the attic? Basement. The basement has multiple rooms underneath there. So, her aunt lived there too, and her husband lived there. Her aunt's husband lived there. So, her aunt and my girl had been arguing and fighting for years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years. They have been fighting years upon years. 6 or 7? 6, 7, or whatever that means. Is that that joke? I don't really know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. 6. Oh yeah, 6, 7 years. 6, 7 years. What? If I'm 7 years old, I'm not 7 years old, or if you're asking how many years they were arguing for years, dude. They've been listen. So it gets to a point to where like they would literally like, it's those kind of families where like they would feed the children, the youth of the kids like so much, right? And then their children would get to a certain weight, and then instead of just like helping the children lose weight, they would just like fat shame their own like nieces and nephews. Like, am I wrong? Like, I mean, like they fat shame their own nieces and nephews, and then it gets to a point to where it's like, okay, now you got my girl beefing with her aunt, because her aunt would say things about, and then my girl would say things about her aunt that wasn't very nice, and then it just be back and forth, right? And then so I'd wake up one night, I was sleeping butt ass. Well, I don't know if I can cuss, but I was sleeping butt booty naked. And I woke up. My girl was still asleep. I woke up in the morning. I was getting ready to change, and then, my girl's uncle barges in the room he comes from upstairs. He says, "Yeah, I can cuss." Okay, I can cuss. Okay, so. So my girl's aunt, I said my girl's aunt, my girl's uncle technically comes downstairs, barges in while I was butt ass naked, just like, okay, I gotta come down here and use the laundry, because the laundry room, we have the laundry room set up right there where we, like right there in the room where we, is another room, there's where we sleep, there's the room, and then there's another room right there, the laundry setup. I'm trying to explain how the downstairs setup works, and they were trying to go down there, and I was putting clothes on. I had my cheeks out blowing in the wind, man. My balls drifting, like it was serious. And dude comes downstairs. I'm talking about, this is like some 60-year-old man. Like, I don't care about race, but he's a white male, and I'm a black Native American mixed guy, is how I describe myself, right? I look kind of like different than the guy in a way. So and then instead of like, like, oh man, I came downstairs while you're changing your butt ass naked, I should have knocked. Like, dude says, oh well, we got the same stuff. Excuse me, what? We got the same stuff? Bro, this isn't not the 1970s. We're not sharing a gym shower room. we got the same stuff. So I say, dude, you see my black ass balls drifting in the wind. You come downstairs on me. I was like, it's almost as if you want to see my dick, is what I said to the dude. I said, it's almost as if you want to see my, that's what I said, not trying to be too vulgar, but it's what I said to the dude, I said, it's almost as if, and then that made the old guy just go bonkers, like, oh man, we got the same stuff. You ain't nothing different than what I am. And then, he's just like, you're just an idiot. You're just stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then he started going after intellect or whatever. It said, can you, show your face? Yeah, I mean, I guess I can. I mean, it's a podcast. You can see my face too, also on my page if you'd like to. But I guess I could show my face on camera. I just started that would end the mystique, right? Then I feel like people wouldn't watch me if I just started showing my face immediately, right? Isn't that the whole point of whenever you just start your? I mean. Is like maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I've been kind of studying these guys for a minute now before I wanted to start this crap, and a lot of these dudes that you guys like don't even show. I mean, I got my picture of like an older picture of me as my profile picture, but like I don't even know if you guys really know what I'm talking about. Like that mysteriousness is what people go for these days. But I guess I could go full public figure when it comes to showing face. But listen. I will. If you stick around, I will stick around. I am an attractive person. I will say that I'm not ashamed of showing my face, but I will not make all of my content based on my looks. Okay? That's how I will say it. I will say that I will feel like the stories that I have to tell to you guys will gain me more of a personal relationship and a connection to you guys more than the looks that I have to give, if you get what I'm saying, because the looks that I have to give are only just the show, but then the tell is a lot more. I feel like, but then it's like every cute face says, oh man, I'm so much more than the cute face. Am I right? So is it like, am I just speaking or am I telling the truth? I guess we'll find out soon, right? As time will tell. But let me continue the story, and then I got you. I got all you people, right? My face will be shown eventually. Let me continue the story though, because it gets there. It gets to the point. So, as the commotion continues, his wife hears me arguing with him, because she's still upstairs. He comes downstairs, argues with me. I got some clothes on by now, so it's not that bad. I already put clothes on. So his wife comes downstairs, runs down the steps, says, oh my gosh, you are savage, you're an N-word, you're a buffoon, you're a savagery. So much words that I'm trying not to say, because yes, I could say some of the words, but I do think some of the words that I would say aren't very cool for YouTube's sake. So I think I'm not going to say some of the words, but yeah, I will say her name though. Her name is Sherry. So her name is huh? So yeah, her name is Sherry Mead, and she did say some very not so good things. Anyways, the conversation continues. So she comes downstairs, she argues, she yells, she says everything that she can underneath the bottom of the sea and above the skies that you could think of. Pretty much what happens after that is she proceeds to try to attack me, swing at me. My girlfriend is seeing this. So I dodge out the way. My girlfriend is seeing this. She runs up, and then she swings at her. So me and my girl and her aunt is just swinging at each other. They just like throwing hands, like just full on balling. Like one.
No. She was holding on to my hair like a little pussy ass bitch, and I was actually throwing punches at her motherfucking face. That's why her nose was almost broken.
Yeah, so that's why her nose was almost broken. That's what happened. You heard it from the source right there. So yeah, I got her over here, you know what I'm saying, in case I need to some more information on that story, because it was pretty bad. She
Don't play about my man.
Here. You have a question? Go ahead and ask your question. I got a question too. Do you guys like this microphone that I'm using? Do I smoke? See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Do I smoke? Do you want to know? Do you want to know if I smoke, or do you want to know if I just get?
I want to say something.
Do you want to know if I smoke, or do you want to know if I just like weed? If that's a better question. Cause do you mean smoke like nicotine smoke? Like what do you mean by smoke? Do I smoke? I don't smoke any nicotine or I don't smoke any vapes. I don't do none of that, man. I got,
He's Jamaican, y'all.
I got Jamaican I got Jamaican ancestry or whatever. So I don't know. I don't smoke. I'm not really interested I'm not really interested in the concept of just smoke. Listen, man, this is how I see it. Right? Cuz I want to be a good influence on you people out there. If you smoke, then you smoke. But don't do it around children. And I'm not talking about smoking either. I had not mentioned smoking, and I had just reacted to what you just said in the messages right here. Gaming 67 ABC. I'm not interested in the conversation of smoking. I didn't say. Sorry, I didn't say in the story that we were smoking. I said in the story that that they came downstairs. Oh, I'm a kid. Please don't talk about it. Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm not gonna mention it at all. Okay, I got you. I'm not interested in talking about smoking. I was trying to continue the story. I am interested in maintaining a fan base with you guys. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Exactly. I'm cool. I'm based. I'm not like that. I want, no matter what age you are, to be able to listen to me on my podcast. I'll try to, I'm gonna try to watch. People. Some people are saying, say whatever. You right, and I'll say what, I'll say what's entertaining, but I'm not gonna push any boundaries for any of you folks out there. So, yeah. But I wanted to know, do you guys like this microphone? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. It does seem to.
I hope so. 60 fucking
It's good.
dollars.
It's good. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. It's. It you wouldn't imagine how I acquired it, man. It was such a good price for this microphone right here for what it's worth or anything like that. But anyways, I don't really know how to describe my brother is going to join the live. Okay. I don't really know how to describe the feeling of starting off a YouTube channel, and just doing it, just winging it, man, just winging it. I never really thought about it like that, right? I never thought about it like that, but here we are in 2025, just starting it off, man. You ever seen like your girl or like someone you like just straight up just fight everybody around them, just throw hands, ball, like just everybody's just, it's just a fight, it's just like a huge, brawl, everybody's just grabbing each other's hair.
Pussies there.
It it gets like that, man. That's what happened, with my girl and everything and her family, and it really was a big moment, and it kind of like propelled us into homelessness because they were fighting over me, and it was just like, why did her mom's sister have to be so vulgar and hateful? We don't know, but that's just one of the biggest mysteries of life, and that's why some people are just not cool, some people aren't just meant to be in this life. You can't be friends with everybody, remember that, because you try to be friends with everybody. Some people want what they don't, what you have. Some people want what you have, by the way. If they can't have it, then they'll do anything in their power to be better than you or to outdo you. But ain't nobody better than you because you were you. Remember that, y'all. Remember that. Alright. What are you doing? What's up, Maribel? If you're just joining, hey, if y'all could click that subscribe button, that'd be nice and everything. You know, I'm trying to get to, I believe, what am I at right now? 250 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? By 2026. So if we can do that by January, can you please sub? If you sub to me, there's a high chance that I will sub back to you. I can see everybody that subscribes to me. So if you subscribe to me, I can return the favor. Alrighty? Alright. So by the time the live ends and I can go through and look at everybody that subscribed to me in this live, I will add all of you back that has subscribed. I got you. I know how it feels to be a small YouTuber as I just started, you know? Maribel is a cool name though. I don't know if that's your real name or not, but it reminds me of something. I really don't know what it reminds me of, but Maribel, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that pretty much what happened. So anyways, they took her to jail because her aunt had like, you know, just her face was just gushed, man. Her face was just pretty much beat up from them fighting and everything, and just bleeding everywhere, hair all over the place. And her aunt was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh," you know, elder abuse. And you know the ironic thing is her aunt called the cops, and this is what she said to the cops, because her aunt came downstairs and attacked me, and it was never even about my girl and her aunt. Her aunt called the cops and said, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, some black guy is attacking me or something." You know, that's what she said. They came, so many cops came because they thought the worst was happening. They came, nothing of that sort actually happened. It was just the aunt and the niece. Yeah, the aunt and the niece arguing with each other pretty much. Oh man. I guess I can show my face, but I'm in a car right now. It's pretty dark in here, if I'm gonna be honest. I got my microphone in hand, which I can hear. Can you hear this shifting around? I got my microphone in hand. Hold on, give me a second. I'll do a short face reveal for the folks out there. There we go.
He's here.
Are you guys happy now? You get to see my face for a little bit. My cute beady eyes that I was trying so hard to keep this a podcast and not some face reveal. But you get to see me in the dark because I'm in the car right now. I'm working my way up. Hey, by like the 10th podcast, hopefully you get to see me in like a penthouse or something. But hey, we van living right now. But yeah. Me and the microphone and random cars passing through. Amen.
Bruh.
Right. Alrighty. Can they see me? You hold this. Can they see me pretty well? Is the camera on there good? Can they see me?
Yeah.
They can? Mm-hmm. Do I look good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, everybody. This is me. You know, this is gonna be like a huge moment because this is probably gonna be the only time I really show my face in these podcasts. But since this is my first podcast, I want you guys to know me. I want to get to know you guys. This is me. In the other podcasts, they're not going to be formatted where you get to see my face and the camera talking to you like most other people would, you know, on YouTube. I'm not seeking attention, not seeking validation. I am a cute face or whatever, but that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for success in, you know, talking to you guys and honestly reaching out to people's souls and making you guys happy. You know, there's a lot of people at home that watch this stuff. You guys are eating popcorn, eating your snacks right now. I mean, some of you guys, I don't know what you guys do. Some of you guys may do other things out there for in your meantime, whatever. Binge, eat, watch Netflix, whatever you guys are doing right now. I mean, sometimes people are just sitting there listening to a podcast just to fall asleep to. Am I wrong about? I mean, maybe you're doing that right now, but whatever's happening right now, I want you guys to realize that I want this to be a community. I want this to be a tight-knit community. I want this to be something that later on in the future, when we go about having like 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, my first million subscribers, I want you guys to realize that from the beginning, I wanted nothing else but to be able to make someone happy and to touch someone's soul. This is not about money, I guess. I mean, I'm living in a car right now, and this is my first podcast to kind of pivot out something, you know what I'm saying? But this is not all about money, this is about reaching out to people, making an audience, and honestly entertaining you guys, because a lot of you guys are bored. A lot of you guys are bored. I mean, some of you might want a cute face to look at every now and then. I don't know. This is why we got Kai Sinet and a few other people, but hey, if y'all pay me like Kai Sinet, y'all can look at my cute face all you want, man. Shoot. Please. Let me set up a donation thing, and I'll let you guys donate but I wanted to do the podcast at the same time. I can come on here and talk to you guys on live or do videos where you guys can see my face. But for the most part, I like to keep a podcast setting because I don't know. I want the kind of like mature type of. I mean, we're having fun right now. This is my first podcast. I want you guys to get to know me and my personality. My name is Tavarius. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just a nature man with a microphone. That's how I call it. That's what I say. So, if you ask me what I like to do, I like to make oils. Lavender. I like to make oil extracts with lavender. I like to forage wild berries, elderberries, any berries.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very holistic health guy. I'm all about herbology and all about that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a mysticism, believe in the mystics. I'm a very spiritual dude. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of esoteric knowledge. But I also like to I don't know, have fun like you guys do. I'm a normal dude, by the way. Can you see me perfectly fine?
Yeah.
I live like the same way that you guys do. But the only thing I'm trying to like figure out is I don't want this to be all up in my face. If you want to see my face, I don't want it to where you can just see my eyeballs. So I'm trying to like have this into like a certain way I can look at it, and you guys can look at me. But yeah, I don't know. Is it working out?
Yeah.
Can they see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any new comments or what?
Yeah.
What they say?
Yeah.
Let's read them.
Read 'em.
Hello, 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 hello.
Starts there.
Hello, hello. Can I see your girl's face?
Hello. How do you just hold this?
You just hold it.
Okay. Hi guys. Is that good?
Yeah, they can see you.
Yeah. We've been living the van life for like 2 years now. 2 or 3. So I'm hungry as hell. Oh god. What?
You said, "Oh hell no, I'm leaving the stream."
Oh well. And another person will join.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, baby.
Come on. You said, "Oh hell no, I'm leaving the stream." Oh man. Hold on. Boom. Bang. It's probably even better lighting, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. Listen. At the end of the day, you can stay, you can go, you can think we're ugly, I guess. I don't care what you think. I am an attractive person.
Yeah.
So, and no, not throwing much shade out there to some people, but some people in the world are lonely at like 60 years old, so
I got a cute face and a fat ass, so I'm good. Never heard the game.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm looking at her behind the camera when I was doing all that. But
I know.
but I don't know. I try to not make it about looks. But, in this social media game you got nothing else
Yeah, literally.
but that going, I guess, right? I guess. Shoot. Listen, there are people. Wait, what's that one? Oh man, what's that one guy? Neon. There's some people out there. This is how you know it's not about really looks when it comes to the social media game, because I find it so how do you guys watch Neon? Right? I don't have a problem with Neon, but how do you guys watch Neon when it's clear like every girlfriend he had was like OnlyFans paid off? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a bad influence on kids, honestly, if you'd ask me. But I'm not trying to throw no shots out there. Shoot. Me personally, I think if you're gonna find you a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you like out there, don't make it about money. You can make it about looks, but don't make it about money. Because the same way they can give you money is the same way they can try to take it all away from you. Remember that. You'll get yourself in really toxic situations if you place your heart in money. So you make it about looks, because we're all made in, God's image. If you believe in that, if you believe in God, if you do, okay. If you don't, that's okay too. We're all made in God's image or whatnot. But I really feel like there's some people out there that do look kind of challenged. And I mean challenged as in, like, you got people out there that got no lips, no eyebrows,
Oh Lord.
no beard. Like, this is like the most facial hair. Like, this is probably the like most you'll ever see me looking kind of like scrunchy, because like I don't really like to grow a whole beard thing going on. This is kind of like the most I'll ever let kind of grow. I say that every time I cut it and then let it all grow back. Because every time I let it grow back, it grows in more and more and more and more. So I let it do its thing. But a lot of people out there are really struggling out there in life. And my biggest advice to give to you guys is stop being so stressed out and drink fruits. Drink fruits. Any new messages, or are we just chilling?
Me too.
We just chilling. Yeah.
I think your phone's about to die.
Yeah. You just give me a second. Oh man. But we can go ahead and turn the camera back off now. Yeah. You know how to do that? You click the camera button. There we go. All right. Do I live in a van? Yes. That's the whole point of this podcast. I live in a van. We are just not started living in the van. This just started happening. We just started living in the van. This is like the start of it. The van, the podcast, the whole thing, everything behind it. Yes. Why? Now, I don't know if you remembered me talking about why in the beginning, but I guess I can talk about it again. Um, Pretty much, the whole fight that happened between my. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much the fight that happened between my girl and her aunt, and we were living there with her family and everything, and that happened. They were being, racist and vulgar towards me and everything. So, we, we're younger people, so we don't really have houses. Yeah, I did hear you say it. Yeah, we're younger people, so we don't really have houses. So yeah, so that's what happened. And yeah, in this today's society, they're like, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. uh, you remember when you could just play Minecraft and that was happiness? Nowadays, you gotta play Minecraft outside to get a real house. Because you ain't gonna be able to buy one yourself.
Like, what the fuck is even that shit?
So I'm all joking around. Look, my best advice to you, if you ever get yourself in a situation where you're living the van life, Walgreens is not 24/7 no more. CVS is not 24/7 no more. Waffle House is 24/7, but in order to go to the Waffle House bathroom, you're probably going to have to deal with a lot of. It depends on if you're a woman, if you're a person of the rainbow spectrum of like sexuality, or if you're a black person or any type of ethnicity that isn't Caucasian male, you're going to have a little bit of trouble with harassment during late periods of the time going there for bathrooms. Okay? Okay. Alrighty. There's nothing wrong with Waffle House, but there's a lot of things wrong with Waffle House late night. Let me think. What is open available for people? Gas stations. Your best. Your IHOP and gas stations. If you were living in the van life, man, your best right now. Listen, IHOP, gas stations, Waffle House. You got Walmart till 12. It used to be a little bit. It used to be 24/7, I think. So you got Sonic till like what 2 a.m. Sometimes. That's your best bet. What else? What else is like open super late? What else is open super late?
I don't know.
I think you got Waffle House, you got Sonic, you got gas stations that are 24/7. You got that's pretty much all these days. Everything else used to be 24/7. They used to be open 24/7. That's kind of the issue ever since COVID hit. I don't know really what to tell you if you're looking for any guidance with living in the van life, but since I've been living in the van life, I can tell you having a warm meal is not as hard as you think. There are plenty gas stations that actually have ovens and microwaves for you to use, like delis and places like that. You can go in there and you got you a whole warm meal, you know? Hey, bro, I might leave the stream because I don't want to bother you because you live in somewhere that it can be uncomfortable. Have a good one, man. I'm not living uncomfortable. I can reassure you I'm living okay. But to people who, hey, man, I'm living that mystery van life like Scooby-Doo in the gang, right? But to people who are used to being living the same way for such a long time, this way of life can be, a little bit unorthodox. I can see. I want the chocolate, man. You ate all the chocolate? You giving me marshmallow? She's trying. My girl's trying to feed me this chocolate marshmallow.
I didn't mean to. By the time I looked down, it was gone.
I'm good.
Gang, come on. Here, look, I got you my chocolate.
I'd rather not the marshmallow. I'm a fan of marshmallow, but the thing is with marshmallow, it just has that consistency. If you eat too much of it, you get sick. So I lived somewhere in my mom's friend's garage. Me, my mom, my brother, and my dad. It was uncomfortable. Oh God. I hope everything's better off, man. Or woman, whatever you want to call yourself. I just say man to talk. That's just my vocabulary. I don't mean it in like a gender way. If you guys out there, but whatever you are, yeah. I hope it's better. You used to? Okay, that's good. That's good, yeah. A garage is not good. That's worse than a car because you don't even get heating in there. Right?
Baby, heaters.
Oh, there are heaters in there, yeah. Never mind.
They went up in a wall.
You're a boy? Alright, yeah, I figured. I didn't want to assume, but I figured. I'm rolling up the window right now. But yeah, so you understand how it's like to struggle a little bit then. A lot of people don't know what it's like to struggle at all these days. But the struggle is real for people who are young and, don't have a huge support system, as they say. And, so the biggest thing you can do is get friends, get good friends, build your support system from the ground up. Your family isn't what you were born with, it's what you make it. That's your real family at the end of the day. What your family is, between 1 to 18 will change drastically whenever you're like
18.
After 18, when you're like in your 20s to like 40s, you'll realize you have a whole different thing going on. I'm only in my 20s. I just turned 21. If you're willing to know my age, I just turned 21. So I don't know. I am young, but you got some people out there that were like 5 that would be like, oh my God, dude, you're so old. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. I just now turned 21. But it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. Some people say, but to most of the world, I'm a younger dude. It is. I don't even have a phone now device except the old PS3 that I don't use. And how are you talking to me now? Is this the PS3? I hope everything's going on. I hope everything's good at home. You're using your dad's phone? Mm. I hope everything's good at home. I hope, your dad's chill. And if you have a mom, I hope your mom's chill. And if you have a brother, well, you do have a brother, you said, I think. Hope your brother's chill. I hope whenever you come home from school, you can just watch your YouTube, watch your, what do people watch these days on YouTube? Your PewDiePie? Or, no, people don't watch PewDiePie anymore.
Who's PewDiePie?
He,
I'm literally joking.
people
I just
don't,
want to say that because he definitely died off.
um, who people watch on YouTube these days?